Hey YouTube, Shuken Shinobi here with day 7 of Greed week with the Kyouryu Greeed. He doesn't have a fancy name like Uva or Kazari or anything like that, but he is the dinosaur Greed, hence the Kyouryu, because that's what dinosaur is. Actually, it's not directly dinosaur, but it's the word they use for dinosaur most of the time. So, he is the purple Greed, the form taken by Dr. Maki after he absorbs the purple metals, well, at least some of the purple metals, the rest go in Eiji. But anyway, this is for all intensive purposes, the official design of the purple metals Greed. So we have the Tyranno logo down here, because why not? He doesn't have a Greed logo by himself. You can see all the crap he comes with, which isn't much. And the purple metals right down here. So here we have Dr. Maki in his wonderful Greed form. Design-wise, it's honestly not my favorite. It's not to say that it's bad, it's just very plain. I mean, when you have some things that are impressive as Ank's design, and as, like, impressive looking as, like, Gamel's design here, something as kind of ordinary looking as the Kyouryu Greeed just doesn't seem as wonderful and extravagant looking, but I can't fault the figure for that because that's how the design in the show worked. But bearing that in mind, it is a very nice sculpt. You have the it kind of looks like a mesh or something through the exposed skin portions of the Greed design. The Triceratops face right here with some nice silver to blue gradient wash right here. That looks really nice. The pterodactyl, whatever, beak face thing making up the shoulder pads. Again, a nice little gradient wash there. I'm not sure how exactly his legs are supposed to represent the Tyrannosaurus, except for, I guess, this is a face. It looks more like a Pteranodon face again, but that's fine, we'll pretend. And he's got a lot of, like, gill spine things going on down in his feet and back here along his back. He does have these two cape portions, which are fun. They are quite a bit posable. They're just on a little ball joint. So you can have them blowing a little bit in the wind, but not too much, and they can fray out a bit as well. Very much like the Kiva capes. But other than that, there really isn't anything else to go over in terms of sculpt. I mean, the paint apps are well done. They match the show pretty close. And I do overall like the way that everything does end up looking on him. And he's got no really horrible loose joints. He holds together pretty well. The head articulation is severely hindered by this big frilly collar that I like the look of. It's a shame that it hinders his articulation so much. And his head sculpt has that nice spine going down it. So, it's hard to really get that going. There is a nice T-Rex design going through his head up here. That's about the only place the T-Rex is accurately represented. So he's got like tons of different dinosaur heads going on in the upper portion of his body, which is actually pretty neat. I do love the way that this is designed, even if I do think it is incredibly plain. He comes with 4 hands, because that seems to be the sweet number for Greeds. So we've got 2 just kind of casual, relaxed hands. That's not the relaxed hand, this is. So 2 kind of casual, relaxed hands, and then some 2 slightly pointing, posy hands that we can go with. So we have those 2 hands. Spoilers, you'll see those exact hands tomorrow or later today, depending on when this goes up exactly. And the Tamashii Stage, exclusive to him, it is purple, because they listened to me in the Ankh review. Not really, but it's just how it worked. And the Kyouryu Greeed right here with the Tricera and Tyranno metals right there. And it says it phrase down here that I completely didn't see before and didn't bother to translate. So that's there too. So yeah. Very cool little stage. I like the one that comes with Eiji's Greed form a little bit better, but it's pretty much the same thing. So pretty cool. Little stage there that he can use decently. You do have to fray the cape open in order to get in there and grip it. But the cape can actually go down quite a bit over that. So it does hold in there quite well. He pulls it off a lot better than Mezool does. Now, best of all, he comes with this. What is this? It's Kiyo-chan, the little doll that Dr. Maki had. Nicely sculpted. It doesn't look as creepy as the one in the show did, because it's a sculpted toy, not the actual doll with the little bobbly eyes and stuff. But very cool. It is in a nice little city position. That's not a word, really, but sit position. So you can actually get something going decently and have him sit up here. It doesn't hold the best. I really wish there was a clip or something you could attach to him to get him to sit on there better. But if you brace him up against the pterodon face, you can hit that sweet spot and get him to stay there pretty decently. Something along the lines of that. So the Kyouryu Greeed isn't actually that bad of a toy. Granted, the design is rather plain compared to like Ankh and Gamel and company, but that's not a fault for the figure. That's just how Maki's Greed design worked. The inclusion of Kiyo-chan as an accessory, I think, is very, very cool. It is a little bit out of scale in terms of figure arts. He shouldn't be that much taller than his shoulder, I believe, and he is kind of a little bit bulky. Granted, there really is no Dr. Maki figure art besides this guy, so you can't particularly use him in that aspect, but maybe you can find like a Figma or something that looks Maki enough for you and toss him in there or something like that. As for the Kyouryu Greeed, he isn't, despite coming out a year later, he isn't that much better than any of the other Greed releases. The Ankh Greed figure is still my favorite. I am glad it does come with an exclusive Tamashii Stage and not the normal Cell Metal one. That's a nice touch, and like I said, Kiyo is a nice accessory as well. If you are on the fence between this or the Eiji Greeed, check out my Eiji Greeed review. But they are very, very similar figures, so it's going to come down to which color scheme and overall design for the few differences there are you like more. I guess the additional accessory is a little bit of a factor as well. But considering this guy was technically the main antagonist for Kamen Rider O's, he's kind of an important pickup in my mind, just because I feel like the hero and the villain are must-have figures. So I do place him above some of the other Greeds, even though I do like their figures a little bit better. Recommend the figure. It's really a your mileage may vary sort of recommendation. If you like the design, you like Maki as a character, you feel the need to have the end villain in your display, then by all means pick him up. He is a great figure in terms of sculpt and paint, and no loose joints or anything like that, so that's always a plus as well. So you can check out shukenshinobi.com for latest updates on my reviews and hauls, and of course check out ridersrangersandrambles.com, the podcast, bringing you the latest token news in the craziest way possible. And of course you can buy S.H.Figuarts and more at cstoysjapan.com. So take care and have a great one. Bye. Maki!